What's up, guys? We're back at the bus.
Yes, we are.
It's obviously been a couple years since we posted our last video, so today we wanted to get on here and just talk about where we've been, what's going on.
So for all of you that were around 2 years ago watching our videos, you were probably all wondering what the heck happened to us. Well, we're gonna sum it up very shortly and quickly for you guys so we can move back into the action of a bus conversion, which is what you're all here for. So as a quick recap, where we were at 2 years ago, we were staying at a friend's place in Crook, South Dakota, and we were getting friends to come help us on our bus, and we were just about to move to Missouri onto our friend's land, and they were going to help us finish the bus conversion there. So we realized that where we were going to be moving our kids in Missouri, our son Isaac, who has autism, wasn't going to be able to get the services that he needs that we can't provide. We would need professionals for stuff like that.
We were running into financial issues. We kind of ran out of extra funds for the bus, and we also were having some struggles with our son. We had started homeschooling at the end of that school year before we had moved to Crooks, and we just quickly began to realize how difficult it was to homeschool him, not to mention that we were missing out on a lot of services that he gets through the school district.
So the town in Missouri where we were going to be moving, we were a little bit concerned about our son Isaac not getting the services that he needs.
And so we decided that we needed to get him back into the school that he was in to start receiving some of the services that he was receiving through the school, just to get him that extra help that he needed. And with our kids, they're always going to be the number one priority, no matter what comes up in life. It's just the way that it is. When you have kids, you know, sometimes you just have to set your dreams aside and make sure that they're okay. And that's the most important thing. And so for him, we realized how important the services that he was getting through the school were and how big of a difference that they were making for him. And especially early on in life, it's so important to take care of the things that need to be taken care of as soon as you possibly can with autism. It just sets your kids up for a way better chance for success in the long run, and we felt that at the time that was of the utmost importance. So that's kind of where we were at 2 years ago.
Because of this realization, it became apparent very quickly that we needed to act fast and try to get him enrolled for the following year in this school. And we found out that they didn't have space for him to be, what do they call that?
Open enrolled.
He couldn't be open enrolled, and they had a long waiting list. And we realized that the only way we were going to be able to get him into this school, no matter what, was if we moved into the district. So we immediately started looking for places. And there was maybe one or two options, and they were very expensive. And, that wasn't attractive, but the school is so great that we knew what decision we had to make. So we moved into a place, I think we were paying like $1,250 a month for rent. And knowing that we were gonna have to pay all this extra money, we immediately started brainstorming, career choices. So at this time, I already had my Class B CDL, and we realized that upgrading to a Class A CDL so I could drive tractor trailer, haul trailers behind semis, would be a huge pay upgrade for us. So I went to school for a month, got certification from the school, and ultimately got my Class A CDL through there. And I've been driving semis, tractor trailers ever since then. And it's been going great. I love my job.
And I ended up starting a photography business and was shooting weddings and portraiture and some product photography and things like that.
I'm really happy that we got into that situation for a lot of reasons, because we've really benefited a lot from this decision in our life to get us to where we are right now.
While we were renting, we ran into some medical and other debt that we needed to take care of, so we started to address that and kind of get our finances in order, with the end goal, of course, of getting back to the bus as soon as we just take care of what needs to be taken care of in life, priority-wise. And so we started to pay off our debts, and we realized that we could buy a house suddenly, because Ben's credit score after we paid off our debt was really good, which was, you know, we didn't intend to buy a house. That was not in our plan, but we kind of thought about it, and it's cheaper to pay on a mortgage than it is to pay rent for a house the same size. Not to mention that we could potentially have the bus at our house if we owned it. We wouldn't have to ask anybody for permission. So kind of suddenly and unexpectedly, we ended up buying a house. And it has the perfect spot on the side of the house to potentially pour a cement pad where we should be able to park our bus at our house and then continue working on it just right at home. Also, kind of a long run plan is that since we own a house, we could eventually either sell the house and use that money just to have as savings and for our travels, and it could, in a bus that could take care of us for a long time, or we could rent the house while we're in the bus and kind of make a little bit of income each month just from having a rental property later. So right now we're kind of just playing the school stuff by ear. Isaac has made incredible amounts of progress in the last 2 years, night and day difference, and I don't regret for 1 second sending him back to that school because they've helped him make a complete turnaround from where he was at 2 years ago.
The improvement we've seen with Isaac is unbelievable, and we owe so much of that to the school district that we got him into. So it's hard enough to care for a child with special needs, and it's even harder when you have a smaller child around that needs your attention too. You know, during this transition where we were going to move to Missouri, we also had a 3-year-old daughter to take care of, and she's wild and very hard to take care of, and she's incredibly brilliantly smart. Both of our kids are, and yeah, I mean, where they are at right now, we're just light years farther ahead than we were before, and these decisions we made, we just wouldn't take them back for anything. So not regretting those decisions for 1 second. Also, when we bought our house, we didn't just buy some random house. We were pretty strategic about it. We made sure to purchase a house that the value of the home has only gone up and up and up. So when we do decide if we're gonna rent it or sell it, we're gonna make off with a good amount of profit, which could take care of us for a really long time, you know, while we're figuring out what we're doing in our bus and where we're gonna be or anything like that. Ultimately, even if we just rented it, it would help us out tremendously down the line. And it is a beautiful house.
It is a really beautiful house. We've made it our home, and we're just in a really good place, you guys.
We are in such a good spot. I have a solid career. Gabby has a solid career. We can take these careers anywhere in the world. You know, I can drive anywhere. She can do anything camera related anywhere. And yeah, it's been a wild couple years, but these couple years got us where we are now, and here we are back at the bus.
We're back, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon. You guys are going to be seeing a lot more of us this summer. We've already been speaking with several friends with different professional backgrounds in welding and electrical and other things like that, and so we're really, really excited to dive back into this project, and we just feel a lot better about where we're at with our kids and our living situation, and it just feels like we're standing on a lot more solid ground at this point.
Absolutely.
So we're excited.
Absolutely. Before, when we ran into all this stuff, we were kind of in a spot where, like, even mentally, if this was becoming, everything was like closing in on us pretty much. And you know, I mean, we're just fully admitting that we just had to bail for the time being. So for all of you that were around watching all of our videos before, we just apologize from the bottom of our hearts that we just 100% bailed on YouTube. We didn't even talk to people for a long time on there. We literally just abandoned our channel. And all of you that were waiting on our next videos and really loyal and cared about what was happening with us, we appreciate every one of you, and we apologize for just bailing like that from the bottom of our hearts. And thank you to all of our viewers that have reached out to us and make sure we're okay through all this time. I mean, we still get messages from people wondering what we're up to and if we're okay, And you know, I will say the mass majority of them have been very positive, and we just can't thank you guys enough. That has kind of really motivated us, that now we're in a better spot. We can finally get back to this, and it's just been really motivating to hear from some of you guys, just randomly sending us personal messages, you know, just showing us how much you guys care. So thank you so much. We appreciate you guys more than you know, so thank you. So we're back at it. We're gonna be working on the bus as much as humanly possible now at this point. Look, oak fatties. So the floor actually didn't, for us having a leak in our ceiling, the floor didn't really, it's not so bad. Anytime it's orange rust, like you can't see it from down here, but this bright orange rust, that's all new stuff. That just means that it's not so bad. It's the dark, old, thick stuff that you're worried about. Like this, horrible. You need to get the floor fixed. And one of the next things we do is we gotta chop out the holes for those windows, because we literally can't move forward without having those done. We're gonna get to the point of spray foaming, and we're gonna not even have windows in here, so we gotta do that. And then we can have light, and then when we're filming, people can actually see stuff. It'd be great. Should I start the bus?
Yeah.
I left the keys in my truck. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, right at home. Back when they made these buses, people weren't as plus size as I am, obviously. All right, this is the first time we're starting the bus in almost 2 years. Come on, baby. Gotta make sure it's neutral. That'd be scary. All right, here we go. Oh, snap. 3, 2, 1. That was not good. That was not good. The battery's dead. Right there. Battery's dead. It's on the 10. Bummer. I thought we had a magical bus that just like that stuff would never happen, but what do you do? All right, well, I guess we'll have to bring back something to charge it. Well, until next time, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.